Hi guys, welcome back on the channel. On today's video, we're going to have a quick review of Field of Glory 2 Medieval by Slytherin Games. This game is the closest one can get to a miniature wargaming battle. It's designed and made by Field of Glory. This is a rule set that we miniature wargamers play and is based on their rules and their mechanics. So let's have a quick look and see what is available. So we have a tutorial, we have battles, we have campaigns, multiplayer, editor. The battles are basically epic battles, and you have your custom battles and quick battles that the game generates. If we go back and we see campaigns, you can see there's plenty of campaigns that cover almost all medieval eras, from 100 Years' War, Northern Crusades, Rise of the Ottoman Empires. You have Sir John Hackwood, you have the First Crusade. If I go in the top again, you have Alexander Nevsky, Alexius Komnenos, Byzantine. You have the Amvigene Empire. All these campaigns are available. What is a campaign in this? Let's have a look. In this game is basically a series of battles that become more difficult when you go forward. So you decide the difficulty. If it's progressive or static, it gives you the background story about the 100 Years' War campaign, and then there will be a series of battles that you will fight, with the last one being the more difficult one. And obviously, you have the option if you want it static, the difficulty level, or progressive. If we go now back to battles, then you have epic battles, except the custom battles, and you have the modules, the Feudal North, Reconquista, Rise of the Swiss, Storm of Arrows, Sublime Ports, and Swords and Scimitars. So let's have a look at the Storm of Arrows. This is the supplement rulebook for the 100 Years' War for the actual rules, and they name the modules like this as well. So here you have famous battles starting from Courtrai between the Flemish and the French. You see here you have the map of the location, the coat of arms of the two countries fighting, or the factions, and here is the background story and the prelude of the battle, what happened at the end and who won, and then you enter the battlefield. So you have Lupin, Crecy, a great battle that we're going to check now, up to Agincourt. So let's see how the graphics look, how the gameplay is a little bit, and let's see Crecy. Crecy is a very interesting battle. Again, you have the location, it's Normandy, you have the coat of arms of the English and the French, the prelude and the background behind the Crecy campaign. And then here you have the choice of being English or French. So we'll be English and we'll accept and see how the game looks. And also I've saved the game so we can see how it develops. So here again is your objectives, that you rout at least 40% of your enemy troops and 25% more than what you've lost, or rout 60% of their troops. And here again is the history behind the Battle of Crecy. Here you accept, and let's go and see the terrain. Now, because it's historical battle, the deployment is already made by the game, and it's exactly how historical accounts talk about Crecy. Every part of the ground plays important role for the battle, as in miniature wargaming. Difficult ground, open ground gives advantages and disadvantages to different units. Cover, woods, if you're a skirmish, you get advantages fighting there. You see, the graphics are really brilliant. I mean, it's one of the most beautiful games I've seen, and with understanding it's very restrictive design. I think they did a great improvement regarding the graphics. The graphics look brilliant, the colors, the coat of arms, the banners that are flowing. I think it's a very beautiful game. You can have an option. Here is your map. You can have an option of seeing from above a typical miniature wargaming view. And this is the deployment of the French out of the English. Let's go back again and see. So you have also commanders. So here's the Earl of Warwick. And on the bottom, you have the characteristics. The characteristics play important role in the results of the battle, in combination, obviously, with the position you are. If you are, let's say, in an elevated position, as you are here, open ground, but you have the height advantage, all these are calculated like they are modifiers that you have in miniature wargaming, and then you have a result that is the most probable. So here's the Earl of Warwick. He's a sub-general. He has English men-at-arms, and he's in open ground, and he's on a hill. So he has a height over 100. And in the bottom, you see he's steady. His type is undrilled, heavy foot. He's unmaneuverable. Quality is superior. his armor is fully armored and his capabilities is heavy weapon. Are these the characteristics of the unit? All the units have different characteristics. The longbowman, again, different characteristics, different advantages and disadvantages. I think the game looks brilliant. You have here, obviously, the Black Prince, who is a sub-general again. Every unit has its characteristics, and it's beautifully deployed, and they look really amazing, in my opinion. Let's go and have a look at the French and see the graphics are good. I think the shadows are very good. So here the French, see how beautiful the French are. Look at the number, how the troops are really designed. You have the coat of arms of very famous commanders. Here, for example, is Count of Alencon, the brother of a king who did the impetuous charge and killed the returning crossbowman of Odona Daria, the uh, Genoese crossbowman. So here you see the coat of arms. Here you see the colors of the horses and the barding, and the characteristics. Here is Duke Alassane. We say he's sub commander. And on the top right, on the bottom right, you see that he's a knight. He's unmaneuverable. His quality is superior. His armor is heavily armored. His capabilities is knightly, and he has lances, and he's a swordman as a secondary weapon. I think the most impressive thing here is the way the units look in a very, let's say, restrictive game, as this is, that has to depict miniature wargaming specifically. And let's load a game that I've started already and have a look how it works and how it looks. So here we are. Look at the game. It looks absolutely beautiful. Look, it depicts really well the battlefield. It depicts really well the havoc and the mass deployment of the armies. And here in the interface, you have all the information you may need. You can have all the calculations available to you regarding how the game calculates if you have possibility of winning or losing. There's a lot of interface, and here are the French attacking. What you see here in yellow, it's a disordered unit. Red, the unit is fragmented, ready to break. And if there is nothing on the banner, the unit is fresh. How the game goes like the miniature wargaming. It's I go, you go. Your opponent moves, shoots, and then charges and melee simultaneous. Then it's your turn to move, shoot, and again, melee is simultaneous. And let's have a look now. It's the French turn, and let's have a look. Now you see here on the top the percentages. The French are losing. You're currently ahead. You see here it says it's they're behind. We'll check it afterwards. So the French are moving now. They're shooting. Then I will shoot back at my turn. They charge. I have impact and they fall back. They didn't manage to break my knights who are in an elevated position and they have advantages. You see, all these units are falling back. If they get fragmented, they may break, and then there is a possibility the commander can rally them, exactly how it happens in miniature wargaming. I think the game looks beautiful, as again, repeating myself, in the really specific guidelines that it had to follow in order to depict actual miniature wargaming on a computer. But the colors are beautiful, the banners are beautiful. I think it would be very easily this miniatures, these graphics used in a bigger game, in a game that is more free. But in general, I think the presentation is great. All the information are given to you. You can get more information if you want by tables that you will activate from this interface on the right. But I want you to see basically the graphics and how the game looks so we can understand it. So it's my turn now. And here, for example, I have the Earl of Warwick and have an option of attacking the French mounted knights. I'm in an elevated position, and you see on the bottom the comparison of the two units, and then you check the percentages. So in melee, I have 67% now to win, 33 to draw, and 0 to lose. I'm in elevated position, I'm fresh, and it's a good advantage for me. So I will attack, I charge. They have impact because they're mounted, and you see they fall back. They lost 5 points. I lost 11 from our stamina. Here, for example, shooting, I have the option of shooting at many different units, but this gives me more percentage. It gives me possible casualties of 4 to 16, and I shoot and I score 11 casualties. So this is how the game works. It works like a miniature wargaming rule set. You add the modifiers, you add the terrain advantages, and depending on the units, obviously, you have and their attributes, you get a result. You keep fighting, your opponent is pushed back or it flees. But for my main aim here is to show you how beautiful the game is, how really well designed, and all the same is for all the eras of medieval 2, Field of Glory. It's really, really Field of Glory 2. It's really, really beautiful. The shadows are perfect. The the movement is really good. Let's attack here. We have casualties 6 to 22. They are very close range, so only 11. So I will do my turn, and then I will end my turn, and then the computer will do his. So here we have, for example, let me give you an example. Here we have King Edward III, who is basically attacking. He will attack Count Louis. So we have two commanders fighting. The commanders are with the bigger banners, and King Edward has a possibility of 28% of winning, 68% of drawing, and 5% of losing. So we charge, and we see the result. It's a draw. You see the commanders, the nobles are the ones with the big coat of arms. All these are major nobles. Here's the King Philip VI, who was part of the battle. Here's King John of Bohemia. I like the historical background. Obviously, Field of Glory would have had this. And here we have, for example, um, the King of England. And here you see, as a unit deteriorates, the banner deteriorates as well. So here, let's do another attack. With my longbowman here, I can shoot or I can fight also, and I shoot at the mounted knights. And this is the result. They had 13 stamina reduced. So this is from me. I wanted just to show you how beautiful the game is. I think it's really great. Great improvement and really, really fun. Depicts perfectly miniature war gaming, but at the same time gives this extra graphics and extra color that makes it look really, really beautiful. So this is from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this short showcase. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great evening, and bye-bye.